Horsepower hobby.
Horsepower hobby. Horsepower hobby. Horsepower engines. Yeah. Keep the wheels spinning. Even when the wheels stop, I still be winning. Horsepower engines. Keep the wheels spinning. Even when the wheels stop, I still be winning. When I'm in the lobby, whoa, keep on silent. Push the pedal to the metal on my horsepower hobby. When I'm in the lobby, whoa, keep on silent. Push the pedal to the metal on my horsepower hobby.
Horsepower hobby.
Welcome to the Horsepower Hobby YouTube channel. I am Jay, and in today's video, guys, we have an update on what we have going on with the Corvette. I got some new things that I'm going to talk about, some stuff that we may not be able to get to in this video, but we will get to them in a very, very near video. I guess that's the proper way of saying that. So pretty soon, in other words. But before we get started, there's the lovely lambvette there. The doors do go up for those of y'all who are new to the channel. But if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like button, and let's go ahead and get started with this video. Let me open up the garage first. I guess that's a good place to start. Don't mind that ringing. My Ring doorbell camera is just letting me know that it knows that I'm here. Ooh, look at the lizard that just jumped off. Look at him go, yeah. There's a lot of lizards around here. As you can see, once again, if you're new to the channel, this is the a.k.a. It's a blast to drive, but that is not why we're here today. I do got some stuff coming to this one in the very near future, but this one is a lot sooner. So let me grab one of the items that we have here that we're going to talk about today. So before I get to the actual items, let's discuss the reason behind the purchase of the items. So let's go inside the lambvette here. Yes, that door just went up, guys. Like I said, that puts a smile on my face every single time I open up those Lamborghini doors. But let's see, I have an item, and it is way back there, unfortunately. If only you seen what I had to go through to be able to get this for you all. But this is pretty much a C5 data interference kit for this radio. This radio here, for lack of better terms, it sucks. So this thing, it's the factory stereo that comes in the C5 Corvettes, but how can I put this? I can't think of anything better than it sucks. It's literally garbage. It comes out sounding like trash through the speakers, and it could need a speaker replacement. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, that's something we're doing in the near future too, if necessary. But it's supposed to have this nice Bose system in it, but with this stereo in it, yeah, so we're going to get rid of that, y'all. So what I ended up having to do, couldn't find this anywhere locally, so I drove 1,000 miles back home. And I'm linked up with some stereo shops commercially back home, but this is not cheap. This is not your typical Walmart wiring harness, and it's going to be some work to be able to get this thing to work in this C5 Corvette, but I'm ready for the task. So in a very near future, probably wouldn't be able to do it in this one because I think it's going to take quite a bit of time. I don't know if you'll see me install it totally, but you'll be able to see some of the issues that I'm facing with putting this in. So I think inside of here, let's open up the packaging, trying to get it in a good place where we can get it open. This thing, that's the antenna adapter. Okay, so we got one of those. It's kind of old school, but I mean it works. And we have just a lot of cables and just some other stuff. So as you can see, that's part of the harness there, and it has this thing here, some kind of thing for interference, and we had to go with this style because this is what's made for this vehicle, since it has this this Bose type setup. So since it has this premium stereo, you have to go with this type of harness. And I believe it may be something else down in the package as well. If I can get my hand out of there. I'm really not sure what that is, but we'll get into some instructions here pretty soon, and we'll figure out the ins and outs of this actual system here. This will be the first time that I'm actually wiring up one this in depth, and I believe it does have, let me set all this to a side. I mean, everything else looks pretty simplistic for the most part. Maybe then again, kind of looks a little weird. Okay, we'll get back to that shortly. So it does have instructions. Okay. And it looks like I still may be missing a piece because I'm not seeing loose wires hanging to be able to hook into a factory stereo. So need to really check into that. So maybe they are on there. Okay, I see them now. Just didn't see them hanging out this end of it. So they are there. So that's how I'll be able to wire up the aftermarket stereo. I don't know if you guys can see that or if you guys even know about wiring up stereos, but it's pretty simplistic. It's all color coded and it should go fairly smooth. But once again, we'll be able to get rid of this junk radio very, very soon. And yes, I'm not just going to just blow by that. You did hear me say that I just drove, like I said, ignore that, but I did just drive 1,000 miles to be able to get that harness just to be able to put in this car. I had some other reasons why I drove 1,000 miles as well, but yeah, definitely had that in mind. I was able to pick this up. Okay, I was holding it upside down. I was able to pick this up at my local Walmart store. This is the actual dash kit, so that should look pretty nice. So, the moment of truth. Unpackaging, guys. Wasn't going to show this off, but yes, I did go with the cheapest one that they had. This is the actual one that they had in store, and it just ended up being the cheapest one, but it's the flip-up unit. Just to give it a little bit of, just a little something to put in it. It's nothing really over the top, but yeah. So we're gonna jazz it up a little bit with this. This is enough to do what I needed to do. It's not like it's a car that I'm in all the time. I mean, I just want to be able to hop in it periodically and, you know, go and like to be able to at least Bluetooth some music to it. And I believe this does have that Bluetooth capability. Let's just take a look at it and make sure. Yeah, it's saying Bluetooth here. I'm hoping that, there you go, hands-free calling and music streaming. So there you have it. And it has the ID tags on the song. So yeah, that's all I mean, couldn't ask for more, right? Let me try to get in here. It's a little windy out there. Try to get some lights on in here. Let there be light. Wow, that's bright. But like I was saying though, the Bluetooth capability is really all that I'm really demanding from this. I started to go with just a standard just unit with the CD player, but the TV screen is pretty nice. And let's double check because I'm not 100% sure on this one. No, it just said I was going in there because of the wind. I believe it slowed down a little bit, but I'm curious to see if this one has Navi. And okay, so maybe not. So maybe no Navi. It does have the thing for the backup camera. This, I don't know if I'll be running that, but we're checking it out later. 200 watts peak power. There's the wind again. Like I said, it does a little more than I'm really needing, but at the same coin, I like to be able to have those options if necessary. I better hold on to this receipt too, because you never know when you have issues with things. In the very, very near future, we'll be able to install this unit and get this thing going in the C5, in the lambvette, y'all. So we're going to kind of modernize it a little bit. So this is just one modification that we're doing to the sound system. I don't know if it's going to need new speakers or not, but if it does, we'll definitely be on the market for some speakers very, very soon. There is something else I want to be able to show you guys. Want to get your opinion on it. I think I kind of made up my mind, but I would like to get your opinion on it. So let me get this thing. I got to put the battery cable on first so that I can open up the trunk. There's something inside the trunk that I want to talk to you guys about. Alright, so under the hood, I don't even think we need the tool yet. Not for what we're going to do. Got it open here. I must admit, what I've been doing is just putting in my AirPods while I cruise in the lambvette. So pretty soon, like I said, we'll be able to turn the jams up. Thought I seen something run under the hood. Some kind of cotton or something hanging underneath there. Not sure what that is, but wind's blowing it, so it really looked like something just ran under the hood. I was about to say, not today. Let's get the battery connected. And like I was saying though, the the AirPods will be a thing of the past while cruising in the Lambvette. Pretty soon we'll be able to turn the music up, drop the top. I'd rather take the top off. It's really not a convertible, but just be able to enjoy and play some actual music that we can hear out of the speakers, y'all. So I'm looking forward to that in the very near future. Drop a comment down below. Have you guys ever been in a predicament where you didn't have proper sound in your car and you had to do some kind of alternative measure? So let's get the trunk open. There it is. Let's show you guys something I've had for a couple of months now. Actually purchased this before I came to Houston. Now you know where my secret stash is. This stuff here, nightshade. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what nightshade is. Nightshade is, let's just read it. It turns day into night is what it says. I'm going to go into it more specifically. What it is used for is to tint stuff like tail lights. I think it does say maybe somewhere on it for, yeah, there it is, for off-road use only. Nobody really uses it for that. So anyway, what I'm wanting to do is tint the tail lights. Okay, that's what I'm really wanting to do. All 5 of those, and the side marker lights. So I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I may even do the reverse lights as well. I mean, why not? Just black the whole back side out, and I don't know, maybe black these things out too. Let me know you guys' thought on that. I've always liked the blackout look on the cars. Like I said, I've had this can for at least 3, maybe 4 months now, and have been contemplating it. What I did not like about this one is, I want to say this one removes, like you can actually peel it off, and I'm not really used to the peel off kind. In the past when I've done this has been, you know, years ago, we spray it on and it's not a peel off kind, but the kind does fade. So I don't know, this one may or may not fade. I don't know. I'm gonna treat it as if it does have the ability to fade, and what I'm going to do is go to the local auto parts store and get a high gloss clear or some kind of gloss clear. That way, once I lay down the nightshade to black it out, I'll be able to go back with a gloss over it so to protect the nightshade and keep the film on it, because I think that looks absolutely spectacular. So that'll be the route that I want to try. Let me know once again you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Would you or would you not black out the tail lights, all 5 of them, possibly the reverse lights and the side marker lights, and of course the door reflectors on the C5 Corvette? If it were yours, what would you do? And actually, while we're at it, y'all, why not go ahead and hit the 05 Cummins as well? I'll probably leave these reverse lights. I don't know. Just let me know what your thoughts are down below. Like I said, I've always liked that look, and I think it looks pretty sharp, and it just gives it some contrast. I mean, we already have, as you can see, that silver and black contrast going on throughout the whole car, and I'm looking to change the color very, very soon, but I would still like to keep some black accents somewhere on the car. So the blackout lights would make it stand out, but like I said, I'm not 100% sure. It's the reason why I've been holding on to the can so long. So just let me know what you guys think. Would you or would you not do that down in the comment section below? Last but not least, I know I've talked to you guys about this before and solicited your thoughts on it. The chrome, I really do like the chrome. It does become high maintenance, so what I'm looking to do on it is to also black these out. I want to go with a gloss black. Still have some shine to it, but just once again something to throw a little contrast in. And I really considered getting them wrapped. Still may do that. If not, then I'll probably get a nice paint put on the actual wheels. That's once again something that I'm thinking about, and I'll show you the condition of each wheel. I mean, of course they've been curved and stuff like this. This was a used car when I got it. Got it at a very, very good price, so I'm not complaining on the curve rash and stuff done to the wheels. I guess if we wrapped it, it wouldn't be as noticeable. It actually kind of hides some of that curve rash. I really don't care about the curb rash as long as we can get either a nice wrap or a good paint on it. So once again, I'm thinking about going with the black on that. Like I said, it's just something different to add a little contrast to the car. I was wanting to, I actually thought about upgrading the wheels, but I don't think it's really necessary, man. Got a good set of wheels here. Why not just, once again, just wrap them? And they fit the car pretty good. I don't know what it would take to lower it so it'll fit the actual, I don't know, snug the tire a little bit more, but maybe that's something we can do in the near future as well to give it a better stance. Then again, this car does sit awful low, and I'm already having trouble coming into the driveway, so may not be a good idea. Oh yeah, and there is one last thing that I failed to mention on this lambvette. So with this interference, I guess the wiring harness that I went to buy, some kind of data interference wiring harness. If you lose power for some reason, you have to gain access to the harness to be able to reset it in order to work the stereo properly. So the problem we're having now is if we put the stereo in and button up the dash like it's supposed to be professionally, then when we go to disconnect the battery, because we're having issues with the battery staying charged, if we disconnect that battery, then we lose power to the stereo. So it's almost like it's something that I'm going to have to do frequently. So I'm going to have to find out a system to where I can access or gain access to this this harness pretty regularly, or some other kind of system where I can remotely access it. So that's one of the issues that I'm kind of facing on this actual stereo installation. So need to do a little bit more research on that to see if I can actually maybe put a toggle switch or something like that on the power supply to the actual harness to be able to reset it that way. I mean, that'll be pretty simplistic, but if not, don't know. If you guys have ever ran into this issue, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm very curious to what to do. I do know some of these C5 Corvettes are known for having, I guess, issues with the charging system and stuff of that nature. So I don't know, disconnecting the battery to me is just a quick remedy. If I could get it in the garage, in which kind of don't have room for it, and be able to keep the kids' toys and stuff like that. But if I had room for it, I could put it in and put a trickle charger on it, and it'll keep the battery charged up. But I mean, like I said, that's not an option at this point. But like I said, if you guys have ran into that issue of your own, drop a comment. I'll gladly receive the information. But other than that, this is it for this build. Like I said, I've dropped 3 builds, 3 actual modifications on you. Like I said, the wheels, the tail lights, blacken those out, and of course the stereo installation. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Horsepower hobby.
I'm on that horsepower.